Let us discuss the mathematics of cryptography. In this first topic, integer arithmetic. Here, set of all integers from minus infinity to plus infinity, including 0. If you take this set, represent with z, this is nothing but here set of integers. So set of integers is defined as a set z equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, including 0. So here binary operations. The basically addition, subtraction and multiplication operations will be performed on set of integers. See here in this diagram, I have taken an integer from z as a, another integer b also taken from the same set, and apply any one of the operation and you will get the result also an element in z. So these are the three basic operations. And division operation. If you take integer division, here when you divide a by n, then you will get quotient q and remainder r. Always when you divide, you will get two results. One is quotient and another one is r. So if you make a formula with them, then a equal to q into n plus r. For example, if I have taken here 255 is the number and I am dividing with 11. So after dividing, I got quotient as 23 and remainder as 2. So here now 255 equal to 11 into 23 plus remainder 2. Now for our purpose, we are imposing two restrictions here when we are applying the divide and operation. So here n is a positive integer. We are assuming that or restricting that n is a positive integer. That means that n greater than 0 and remainder r should be non-negative. That is r greater than or equal to 0. So n is a positive integer and r is non-negative. We are just imposing two restrictions here for our purpose. Now let us come on to the concept of divisibility. So here divisibility means, for example, n divides a, means here n by a, so that remainder 0. N does not divide a, means that n by a, so that r not equal to 0. So if r equal to 0 means remainder equal to 0, then we can say n divides a, and remainder is not equal to 0, n does not divide a, you can say. So here when remainder equal to 0, n divides a, and here this is the symbol for n divides, here a divides n. So a divides n means n by a, so that remainder getting 0, and a does not divide n, means that n by a, so that remainder is not equal to 0. And here properties. Here there are four properties we have defined here. A divides 1 means a is plus or minus 1. So here a divides 1 means what? 1 by a, so that remainder 0. So a should be 1 here. So 1 by 1, remainder should be 0. So that is why a should be 1, that may be either plus or minus. And second property, if you come, a divides b and b divides a. So then a divide a equal to b here. So a divides b means the remainder 0, and b divides also a, so that remainder 0, means that a should be equal to b, whether either positive or negative sign. And then a divides b and b divides c, then a divides c. And here fourth one is a little bit different. A divides b and a divides c, then there should be some two arbitrary integers m and n existed, so that a divides m into b plus n into c. So we will see here a small examples for this third property and fourth property. And here, since 3 divides 15 and also 15 divides 45, then automatically 3 divides 45. And example for the fourth one, 3 divides 15 and 3 divides 9. So that there should exist two arbitrary integers m and n, so that here see 3 divides 15 into 2 plus 9 into 4. So here 2 and 4 are the arbitrary integers existed, so that 3 divides 15 into 2 plus 9 into 4, so that here 3 divides total of 66. And now come on to greatest common divisor. So to define GCD of two numbers, we have to find common factors of these two numbers. For example, GCD of 140 comma 12. Then first find factors of 140 and then factors of 12, and then take common factors, and here 1, 2, 4. These three are the common factors. Among these four, the biggest factor will be the GCD of these two numbers. So here GCD of 140 and 12 equal to 4. So here, if these two numbers are small, no problem, we can find out with pen and paper. Then what about big numbers? So that is why here introduced Euclidean algorithm. So here Euclidean algorithm, there are two facts defined. Fact one is GCD of a comma 0 equal to a, means that one of the two numbers equal to 0, then the other number is the factor of those two numbers. And second fact is GCD of a comma b equal to GCD of b comma r. What does it mean? Here GCD of a comma b equal to, what is the second number? B. Make it here as the first number. And what is the second here? R. What here? A divides b. A by b. Take reminder, and that reminder you have to note it down here. So that GCD of a comma b equal to GCD of second number b as the first number here, and a by b take the remainder and note down as the second digit here. So that's what here, using these two facts we can find GCD of two numbers. And here see, here small example given, GCD of 36 comma 10 we need to find. So that equal to first second number of second digit here 10, note down here as the first digit, and 36 by 10 remainder is 6, note down that one here. And now GCD of 10 comma 6. So here second number 6, make it down here as the first one, and 10 by 6 remainder 4, so that 4 here represent here. So GCD of 6 comma 4 equal to second digit 4, note down here 6 by 4 equal to 2 as the remainder, so that 4 comma 2, and here now equal to second number 2, note down here, and then 4 by 2 remainder 0, that 0 is represented here, so that GCD of 2 comma 0. So according to the first factor, GCD of a comma 0 equal to a, so here according to that GCD of 2 comma 0 equal to 2. So finally GCD of 36 comma 10 equal to 2. So the same process we have represented in algorithm and process and algorithm. So let us see here. So for example, GCD of a comma b we want to find. So here what here did is, first value a given to R1 or assigned to R1. Second value b assigned to R2. Now take R1 by R2 and note down here the remainder. And then shift the values. R2 value give it to R1 and R value give it to R2. Then again make R1 by R2 and note down remainder here. So like that you have to continue until R2 value 0. So when R2 value 0, stop the process, and then R1 will be note down as the GCD of those two numbers. And here this is a process, and we are putting this into algorithm steps. So here R1 assigned with A, R2 assigned with B. So that here we have written in the same steps in the algorithm. R1 assigned with A, R2 assigned with B. And then here the process should be continue until R2 equal to 0. So here while R2 greater than 0, so here start Q equal to R1 by R2. So here we need quotient here. So R1 by R2, and then R equal to R1 minus Q into R2. So remainder we are calculating. So from where this equation comes, if you see this one, here A equal to Qn plus R. So A equal to quotient into N plus R. So according to this, R equal to what? A minus Q into N. So here this Q into N comes this side, then A minus Q into N. So if the same formula applied here, and we made R equal to R1 minus Q into R2. Now here shifting values, R2 to R1 and R to R. So in the same way here, R2 to R1 and R to R. So repeated these steps until R2 greater than 0. When R equal to 0, then note down the latest value of R is the GCD of A comma B. Now let us see an example here. Find the greatest common divisor of 2740 and 1760. So here prepare this table. Q, R1, R2 and R are the header of this table. Now R1 assigned with the first number 2740 and R2 will be assigned with 1760, the second number. Now make R1 by R2 and note down the remainder here and note down the quotient here. In the same way, now shift the values. R2 value 1760 is given to R1 and R value 980 given to R2. Now again 1760 by 980, then remainder will be 780, and then again 980 is coming here, 780 is coming here, 980 by 780, the remainder is 200, and here again 780 is coming here and 200 is coming here. 780 by 200 equal to 180. So like that continue until R2 get 0. So that when R2 get 0, the R1 value will be the GCD. So here GCD value is 20. Now extended Euclidean algorithm. Here to find there will exist two integers s and t, so that GCD of A comma B equal to s into A plus t into B. So like this, to satisfy like this equation, there will exist s and t values. So here we have to find s and t values so that it has to satisfy GCD of A comma B equal to s into A plus t into B. So here for this we have taken the process. So here R1 and R2 assigned with A value and B value. So R1 is given with or assigned with A, R2 assigned with B. Now find out R1 by R2. Note down here the remainder, and also quotient also will be there. So we need to note down the quotient also. And in the same way, shift the values, R2 value to R1, R value to R2. And again find R1 by R2, note down the quotient as well as here note down the remainder. In the same way, in parallel with the same, you have to find also S value and the T value. So here R1 by R2 we got and remainder we got as R. And in the same way, initial values S equal to S assigned with 1 and S2 assigned with 0. These two are the fixed assignment values according to extended Euclidean's algorithm. So you have to find S. So what is the formula for finding S? So here see in algorithm we have given S equal to Q S1 minus Q into S2. So we know S1 value, we know S2 value and Q value here. So here Q value, when R1 by R2 you perform, their Q value will come, coefficient value. That coefficient value you have to use here to find S value. In the same way, T1 equal to 0, T2 equal to 1. So you have to find T. So for that also we have given formula in the algorithm, T equal to T1 minus Q into T2, where Q is in the same process. In the same process where R1 by R2, we got Q, so same Q will be used here to calculate T. So in the same way here, R2 will be given as given to R1, R is given to R2, and again R1 by R2 calculate. You will get the quotient in this step, and remainder also note down the remainder here. And in the same way, S2 given to S1, S is given to S2, and get the calculate the S value. Here quotient will be you have to use the quotient got in this step. R1 by R2, you got latest quotient. That quotient you have to use here to calculate S value. In the same way, the same quotient you have to use to calculate T value with the latest values of T1 and T2. So like this, you have to parallelly continue all these steps until you get remainder 0. So here until you get R2 as 0. So when R2 comes as 0, then R1 will be the GCD. In the same way, what is S value? Whenever you get R2 equal to 0, the latest value of S1 will be the S, and the latest value of T1 will be T. So like the way we found S and T values to satisfy this equation. And now let us see an example of this one. Now, given two values, A equal to 161, B equal to 28. So we need to find GCD of A comma B and values of S and T. So here the equation for finding R value, equation for finding S value, equation for finding T value. These are the equations we have to use in the process. So first of all, let us create a table. So quotient R1, R2 values, and R1 by R2, the remainder you need to note here as R, S1, S2 values, and S value you have to calculate, T1, T2 values, T has to calculate. So here R1 value, R2 value as given in the problem 161, 28. So 161, 28. 161 by 28. What is the remainder? 21. Got the quotient as 5. And then in the same way, same S1 equal to 1, S2 equal to 0. These are the initial values defined by the equivalence, extended equivalence algorithm. So according to that, we have assigned, and S value find out using this formula, S equal to S1 minus Q into R2, where Q equal to 5. And in the same way, T1, T2 values also 0, 1 assigned according to extended equivalence algorithm. These are the initial values we have to assign. And T value, find T value according to this formula. And here T1, T2 values are already there. And Q value, this Q value, we have to take Q value of the same row. So according to this formula, you have to find T value. In the same way here, R2 value given to R1 and R value given to R2, and 28 by 21. So quotient is 1 and remainder is 7. In the same way, shift like this also, T values also shift and find the S and T values. In the same way, continue this process up to you get R2 value as 0. So when you got R2 value 0, this is the GCD of two numbers, and S value is -1 and T value is 6. So apply this -1 S value, T value 6 into this formula so that it has to satisfy the condition. So this is the formula you have to apply S and T values along with A and B, so that should be equal to GCD of A comma B. So this is about extended Euclidean algorithm, and then example.